Evening, everybody. It is 9:01 p.m. over on the East Coast, Eastern Standard Time. It is January 27th. It is nighttime. It's getting late here. Wanted to put out a video, a quick wrap up here of Tesla today. Tesla today could not have been much more ugly. We closed down $108.31, down 11%. That is a pretty ugly day here for Tesla, Tesla traders, Tesla long-term holders. You name it. If you are in Tesla stock in one way or another, it's been ugly. Unless you own puts in Tesla, then today was probably a good day for you. Or if you are short calls. So taking a look here at the chart, we are on a daily chart. We are on TradingView. Today's bar, that big old red one right there, can't miss it. It is one hell of a trading range. So we hit a low today of 829 and a high of 935. $108 in the red. Pretty ugly. Pretty ugly. That is an understatement. Down 11% is big. I had mentioned, I put out a video today around lunchtime, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. The January 24th low, which was 851.47, I had said prior to this happening that if today's candle undercut that low, and that low was 851.47, this could spell some more negative price action. And what I mean by that is down price action for Tesla in the coming days, in the coming weeks. That's what the odds would favor if that scenario took place. And then I also had mentioned that if that scenario had took place and then we closed below that low, which we did, that low was right around here. If we closed below that low, which we did, that would even be more confirmation that there is some more downside price action to take place for Tesla. That's what the odds would favor. Now, that doesn't rule out the scenario that Tesla won't rally from here. The odds would favor some more downside price action. So what that could mean is it could mean perhaps we rally a little bit, go sideways, and then roll over once again. It could mean something like we get a sharp move up here, and then we just continue the downward price action. We are sitting right near the, or actually, let's see, the 200-day moving average is 813. We are sitting at 829. So we are definitely not too far from hitting that 200-day, which is shown on the screen right there. So looking back on the chart, that can be an area where Tesla can find some support. If we zoom out here, head over to the, let's call it the May 12th, 2021 timeframe, you can see that Tesla had this big old sell-off here, trending up a little bit to sideways and then rolled over, finally rolling over and finding some support May 13th, 2021. And then we kind of rode the 200-day up for a while before taking off to what was not too long ago, the big old rally in Tesla, heading up to 1243.49. So what takes place here? Well, the odds favor more downside price action after today's nasty red candle closing on the bottom tick. So we will see. It's hard to ignore that Fridays are typically bullish and the futures right now are up. Not much, but they are up. So we could see a pretty strong move to the upside. That's always possible, especially because markets tend to trend higher over time. the odds do say undercutting that low today would favor more lower price action for Tesla. We will see. That doesn't mean we won't rise from here for a while and then roll over once again. That is a viable thing that can happen here with Tesla. We will see down 11% is pretty ugly. And it's tough for some traders out there who don't have perhaps a set of trading rules. And I'll give you an example. So if you bought Tesla up in this area, let's just call it right around this $1,200 mark to, let's call it $1,000 to $1,200 mark. So if you bought Tesla within that range, you are down quite a bit of money. And all depending on your investment strategy and what your ideas or what your thoughts are. Everybody has their own way of dabbling in the markets here. And that is obviously perfectly fine. Where it can get, where you can find yourself in some hot water, in some trouble, is we're trading at 829 right now with Tesla, and let's say you bought at 1,000. So you're sitting down quite a bit, and you're perhaps saying to yourself, all right, well, how much lower can Tesla go? Well, that's the thing. You don't really know how long it can be below where you bought, and you also don't really know how low it can go. Obviously, or maybe not so obvious for some traders or investors out there, is when you get hard sell-offs, you'll typically get some kind of a V-bottom bounce, at least for the short term, before perhaps rolling over again. But I have seen stocks tank to the downside. So the whole point of this is, up in here, you're a buy and hold investor, and the price keeps dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping. And eventually you get to a point, now I'm not saying this will happen, the chances probably favor against this happening for something like Tesla anyhow, that you're down to 400 and you bought at 1,000. Who knows? This is all hypothetical, just an example here to get your mind spinning. And now you're down at 400 and you bought at 1,000. And now you throw the towel in. And that's like the opposite, because you're down so much, the stock's down so much that at some point it'll find a bottom and it'll start to move higher. And you'll be kicking yourself because you sold too low and you bought high. So it's really important to have a set of trading rules that will keep you protected. It'll get you out of positions when they start to move too far down. You'll have trailing stops that will trail below where the price is, and it'll stop you out for a profit, or vice versa on the short end. Especially when you're in a trade, your emotions can get the best of you and perhaps not do what is best for your position or for your trading account. And you might think, and some people can definitely do this, I have met those people, but I've also talked to a lot of big time investors and traders, and they all have a set of rules they follow, a set of models they follow. There obviously is the black sheep who can just trade, and they don't have written rules. They have their rhythms and they follow them, and comes down to discipline. So you just want to be careful out there and not let your emotions get the best of you. You might be able to say, okay, I'll sell at 800, or I'll sell Tesla at 600. And then when it keeps going and it's going further down or further up, if you're short, you might say, oh, well, how much further can it go? How much further can it go? Those are dangerous words in the market, and it can get you in a lot of trouble. You can lose a lot of money that way. So the point is just be careful and develop a set of trading rules that work for you, because not my trading rules and your friend's trading rules might not work for yourself. And that's fine. There's a lot of different ways to pull money out of the markets. There's not just one holy grail. And if there is, let me know down in the comments. Some people like to trade options. Some people like to trade futures. Some people like to trade low price stocks. There is a lot of ways to pull money out of these markets. And you just need to find what works for you. So just be careful out there. And we'll keep an eye on Tesla here. But as I had mentioned, my stance right now is not long. That doesn't mean we will not move higher from here by any means. I'm just playing the odds. And the odds tell me after undercutting the Jan 24 low of 851.47, and I know if I play the odds enough times, it'll be in my favor, and that's what I do. So I'm playing the odds here just like I would any other time, that if we undercut that low of 851, which we did right after lunchtime here, the odds favor more downside price action for Tesla. Might not be what people want to hear. I get it, but I'm not going to argue with what the charts say. The charts have a weird way of knowing things ahead of time, whether that's to the upside or whether that's to the downside. Does it work every time? No, but it doesn't have to if your trading size is proper and you take all of the trades, whatever that may be, longs, shorts, going flat, sitting out on the sidelines, whatever your rules are. It's good to develop a set of rules that will keep you out of trouble. It'll get you in and out of trades when the chart tells you to. And if you play the odds over enough times, you will come out ahead. And obviously, position sizing is very important. So tomorrow, what am I looking for Tesla? Well, let's start with the downside scenario. If we head down and we break the 200-day, I'm going to be saying to myself, all right, well, do we close below the 200-day? Like, do we close on the bottom tick like we did today? Do we go below the 200-day and then close above it? That would be kind of bullish. And that would kind of make me think, okay, well, maybe the Sunday night futures open. The NASDAQ could be in the green big time. And then Tesla could be up big time on Monday. Vice versa, if we close on the bottom tick on a Friday, we could have a pretty ugly gap down Sunday night into a rally to the upside. Just a couple scenarios I'm playing in my head. All just speculation and ideas right now, but it's fun to get the mind flowing and kind of prepare, if you can say it that way, for what is to come the next day. But you can throw all of that out of the window because our trading rules say do this when this happens, do that when that happens, and those go into the market and everything else gets put aside and everything else is just pure speculation at that moment in time. So we will see. Just wanted to share some of my thoughts. Maybe it'll get some of your minds spinning out there and some different ideas, or maybe this video will spark an idea for you that to write your own trading rules that, you know, whatever it may be, when a stock breaks over this price, I do this, or vice versa. Or go look for some trading rules out there. They are out there and available, and you need to find what works for you. So if we get a big rally tomorrow, actually what would be interesting is if we see a break below the 200-day and then finish the day up closing above it as support, and then we close in the green. That would be, I think, probably the most bullish scenario. that we could see. If we don't break the 200-day but still rally and close in the green, that's obviously great if you are long Tesla. But I think a more bullish scenario would be start the morning off, or at some point during the day, break down, undercut today's low. And it looks like today's low was 829. Take out that low, take out our 200-day, which is at 813.81, trend lower, and then late morning to lunchtime, turn around and start to trade up. That would be a very bullish thing, in my opinion. And we did that over on Jan 24th. We had a huge trading range. We were down, and then we actually closed up. And that was very nice for the day. So that's kind of my downside. What's running through my head on the downside, and then what can potentially happen on the upside. As always, Fridays are typically bullish days for the stock market. And I kind of wouldn't be surprised to see a bullish day tomorrow, which is a green day, because we've been kind of oversold here for the markets. And as it being Friday and as it being the markets have been oversold, to see a big old up day tomorrow would be nice. Would be nice. That does not mean that we will be up on Sunday night at the Futures Open, 6 p.m. Eastern, but it'll at least be an up Friday, which the percentages say that they usually favor to the upside. So that's kind of my thoughts for Tesla. Today's action was very ugly and kind of lost some conviction for the short term anyways, as more price to the upside. One more thing here is the Fear and Greed Index. The CNN Fear and Greed Index finally has been moving a bit to the downside. There's still not as much fear as you might think in the market, at least when using this indicator, which is free. And we're at 33. I've seen this indicator down in the single digits, but right now we're only at 33. Over here to Tesla, we're currently up $7.90 right now, which is $9.19 at night on the East Coast. So getting a little bounce here, but not too much. Let's see, we're at 837, and this low here was 851. So we're still quite a bit below that low. So we will see. It would be nice to be able to get back above that 851.47 and close. That would be some nice bullish action as well. But one step at a time. Right now we're up a little bit in the overnight hours. Today's closing was ugly, to say the least. If you are long Tesla from higher prices, today hurt a little bit. You're down 11.5%, or $108 per one share of TSLA. Go ahead and let me know down in the comments some of your thoughts here on Tesla. I always enjoy and find it interesting how different people think on especially days like this. And these days definitely hurt for a lot of people. A lot of people get hurt on days like this. Of course, if you are short, these days are a thing of beauty. But I feel like a lot of people out there are not shorting Tesla. It is a big old product, and you can get caught on the wrong side when a product this big goes up and you are short. But let me know down in the comments. I will get back to all of you, and that's pretty much going to wrap it up tonight. It's getting late. Got to shut this thing off and get off to bed. Tomorrow is another day, bright and early, looking at the futures. So we'll be back, and it's Friday. So let's see if we can get the market up into the green big time. There is some sentiment indicators that are pretty oversold right now. So we could see a extremely strong bounce in the market in the coming weeks or days, kind of any time now, but today was not any more confirmation of that. So looks like it's a little bit more selling, or at least some sideways action before a massive rally comes. But if we keep heading in the direction that we've been, and sentiment keeps getting oversold, one of these days we are going to have a big day to the upside, which is going to catch a lot of short traders probably off guard. But we'll see how far we go down. Some of the indices are still holding their lows from a couple of days ago. Some of them have printed new lows today. I believe the Russell was one of those. I will have to go back and check. All right, everybody, have a great evening. Be careful out there. Don't over leverage yourself. You want to be able to be in business another day and trade another day. And I will catch you guys in the next video. I appreciate all of my new subscribers and my current subscribers. I hope you guys are enjoying the videos. Let me know what other videos you would like to see. And we will be back in the morning. Have a great evening. Thank you. I will catch up with you guys later on. Take care.